So a little bit more than 800 years ago was the life of St. Francis. And Francis was quite concerned about what people had come to believe at this point. They believed in a sky god who was far away from us, who sat in judgment. And we didn't really have an easy way to be in touch with that God. And Francis was like, no, 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 no. God is here. God is here. And to bring that message home, St. Francis was the first person who created a quote unquote creche or manger scene, which has got a rough shed and a statue of Mary and a statue of Joseph and maybe a camel and a goat and a cow and a sheep and this little manger with hay in it, which is where animals feed. And then in that place where the animals feed, he put a statue of the baby Jesus. And maybe he added some shepherds coming to worship and kings coming to adore, etc. But all of that was about teaching us God is here. God's not some sky god up there judging us. God's here with us. God is here living with us. See, God is in humanity. Well, now, 800 years later, those beautiful scenes actually are, in some ways, have become a detriment. I love my mangers, but I want to approach them in a new way. The manger is in no way a literal historical concretation of what I would have seen back there if I had been living 2,000 years ago. The manger is a visible expression of the fact that when we find our lives in the deepest dark, just as when nature on this planet is in the deepest dark, that's where God's greatest grace comes to our life. That's where the turnaround comes. That's where new hope and new certainty and new trust erupts. And those names, hope, love, compassion, reconciliation, justice, the freshness of that again in us, that's like the birth of the baby Jesus. And so when I see a manger and I see some hay there and I see a small baby there, it's reminding me of the miracle of God that happens in my heart, especially when I'm in the dark times.